How to overcome shyness? I will tell you one story about this, a real story. There was this guy who was 19 years old, a teenager, who was very shy and anxious. He, he would always have that shyness to talk to people, especially women. He had this shyness. So what he did is, there was one garden, a Bronx botanical garden near his home. He decided to do one experiment. And in his experiment, what he did is, he just used to go to the garden. He would sit on a bench and he would select such a place where there was one lady, some woman nearby that particular bench. So he would go there, he would sit there, and he would just say, hello, good morning. He'd just open the conversation. Initially, he was very scared, very shy to talk to people. As I said before, especially women. So he did that every day without missing. He would go there, he would find a place where a woman is sitting, and he would go there, sit next to her, and start the conversation. Overall, he continued for many days, and totally the results came out. Finally, he spoke to 130 women. And out of 130 women, 30 women left instantly without any reactions, without responding. Now, out of the 100 women, many of them continued with the conversation. They replied to the conversation. And many of them had a good conversation with him. And out of all those, he writes in his autobiography that one lady agreed to meet the second day. We can call it as dating also. But then he concluded that, well, it is not as horrible as I thought. No one died. No one died. I did not die. Those women did not die. Those women did not vomit. They did not call the police. They were just normal. And though 30 did not speak, but 100 spoke. They had a good time with me. And out of 100, okay, at least one lady was ready to come and date me for the second day. Of course, on the second day, she did not come. She did not come. She did not appear there. But what we learn from this story, which I wanted to share, is to overcome the shyness, you have to actually go and speak to people. See, understand, shyness is in this way. What happens when you are shy? You think that, well, I don't have anything interesting to say. Well, people will not listen to my talk. Oh, my talk? It's very boring. Oh, what they will think, they will respond. They will not show any interest. They will avoid me, they will neglect me, they will reject me. But dear friends, if you go and see actually the reality was different in this case and in your case also. You think that people are not interested in talking to you or people will reject you, but it is not as scary as you think. If you try and if you go and speak to people, you will realize that what you were thinking about your shyness, what you were thinking about people's reaction is not the fact. People will respond. Some will not respond. Some will respond. But at the end, you are not going to die. You are not going to die. Sky is not going to fall. You will not be put in jail. If you are doing this kind of experiments, you can try and talk to people. This is actually a behavioral science, a behavioral experiment. You have to behave. Shyness will not overcome just by thinking or just by writing down the notes. Shyness will overcome when you go and speak to people. And now you will be interested who was that person. Yeah, that person was world-renowned psychologist Dr. Ellis. And this incident happened in New York. And the garden was the Bronx Botanical Garden. This guy was amazing. He just, overcome his own problems. And he experimented on himself. He tried with himself. He had all these issues. He had all the problems. But he overcome those problems. He faced the problems. He found out the solutions. And then he found out that he was also having the same issues which many others have. And he overcome the problem. Dear friends, this is what I want to tell you. To overcome the shyness, you have to face, you have to go, you have to talk to people. And then you will realize that what you were thinking, your thinking was faulty and it was not true. So what you're waiting for? You have shyness? Go and talk to people. Go and rubbish your thoughts. These thoughts are not true. Even though all will not talk to you, but some will talk to you. And don't stop. Keep on doing that. You can overcome the shyness. I also use this method. It was nice talking to you. Have a great Sunday ahead. Bye-bye.